Okay, so this is my third attempt at trying to make this video. I keep trying to make it brief, but keep rambling on for too much for too long. So this is basically a care sheet for false widow spiders. I've had a couple of questions from people on the forum that I visit a lot, bugnation.co.uk. I'll leave the link in the sidebar. It's worth checking out. It's a great forum, great people, great deals to be had by everybody. And I'm getting pretty well known for keeping false widow spiders. At the minute I can't keep black widow spiders because I do not have enough space in my house for a separate bug room to keep black widows spiders, and I do not have a dangerous wild animals license or DWA. So I'm making do with the false widows at the minute. I've got 3 different species and God knows how many different specimens from each species. I've got, as far as I know, 4 adult female S. grossa and an adult female S. nobilis and a male, but the male won't eat, so I'm quite worried that he's going to die. And then I have 2 exotic species which aren't mature yet, and I can't pronounce the name of them. I'll leave the name of them in the sidebar, and probably some links to information you can find on the species. Basically all kept the same way. Here is the biggest species that I have so far. These were gathered for me down south by somebody on Bug Nation called Garlic Pickle. She's great, she didn't charge me anything for collecting them. This is S. nobilis, or I'm not sure if it's pronounced steatoda or steatoda. Sounds spelt steatoda. I just call them S. So it's S. nobilis to me. S. grossa and S. P. It's too long, I can't pronounce it. I'm sure somebody out there can. So S. nobilis is the largest ones and the most impressive to look at, but they do the least. They tend to sit around quite a lot. S. grossa are the smaller ones. Adult female you can see there, and small egg sac you can see there. I've had her for the 3 adults that were sent to me. I must have had them for 4 or 5 months. She's laid like 6 egg sacs or something in the time I've had her, and they keep all being fertile as well. She's incredible. So S. grossa were the first ones that I started with. You can see this. You can see her there. She's hanging upside down, and she has a small egg sac as well. I just noticed today, and that's going to be a really small egg sac, like 10-15 spiders in it. But and the other ones, you won't be able to see them, I don't think. You can just sort of make it out there. They're the most colourful of the species. These come in. Oh, it's like a lampshade colour. They come in green, blue, pink, purple. No, they come in. It's so funny. The different colours. The spider. Oh, sod it. They're basically black, white, black, yellow, black, orange, or black, red. And they're the most convincing looking false widows. They actually look like black widows. So they're really cool. They're my favourite. Some care sheet advice. Right, I use these containers. I've got a video on these. These are Poundland containers, and they're the best for all widows because no widow is going to need that much space. Because basically they build a web and they sit in it all day. They do wander about a bit and clean and stuff, but that's it. So you're going to need a container, and I recommend these because they're great containers. Clip locks. They've got a feeding spout or a juice spout if it's the original purpose, if it was used for what it was intended to be used for. I put a little bit of substrate on the bottom because I think it looks better. I use eco earth or cocoa fibre, whatever you call it, and wood from outside. I tend to get the stuff that's sort of been bleached a bit by the sun and it's had the bark taken off of it like this, and I basically scrub it down with soap and water, wash it off, and bake it in the oven. I'll do a video on this, on the setting up one of these, and the the wood and stuff, because I've got my Avic pink toes need to go into these soon because they're getting too big for their vials. So wood substrate. When you make these, if you do these enclosures, if you get these ones, ventilation on top and sides, and that creates a through ventilation, which stops the air from getting stagnant. You should do that with any arboreal tarantula or spider. So that's what I use. Easy to set up, very cheap setup. Pound, this whole setup cost £1, using spare eco earth I'd got left over. Once a week I take my what's it called? Garden sprayer thingy, plant sprayer, and a couple of sprays onto the web, and on the back spider will go onto the web, drink the water, or go onto the side or on the wood and drink the water droplets. And I try and drop the food into the web, because that way it doesn't run off and hide in the sub and then grow into an adult and then emerge later, and you think, holy shit, what's that? And it turns out to be a giant cockroach. If you drop it in the web, they tend to pounce straight on it and web it up, and that's the end of that. Eat it later, like a ready meal. So I feed them, spray them, I'm getting confused now, spray them once a week. Feed them when they look like they need fed, basically. I like to keep their abdomens plump, like the true widow style with the big abdomen. So I just feed them up until they're a decent size. Temperature is fine at room temperature. They need no additional heat. My room ranges from about 10 degrees centigrade up to about 30, and they do absolutely fine, so there's no bother there.